All right, another broadcast of the Ebony Star Network. Tonight we're going to be talking about wifeys and sidekicks, and we're going to explore a question that somebody asked me. That person wanted to know, which was a woman, can a man truly love two women? Stick around. We'll answer that question soon as well, we'll just answer the question. All right, gang, drop. All right, everybody. Welcome to the show. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We're going to get started here in just a few minutes. Going for some more people to show up. We got a good one tonight. We're going to be talking about wifeys and sidekicks. The reason why we're going to talk about that is because we want to try to find out tonight if a man can truly love two women. Okay? And if that is to be true, we want to see or hear what two women think about it. Yours truly. And with me, as always, my partner in righteousness, the lady night herself, Miss Jane Frankie. What's going on?
Um, Not much going on, but this topic, and I don't believe no guy can truly love two women.
Well, I think you can, but I don't know. It's interesting, okay? We'll get all these going. It's kind of complicated. All right, what's going on in the chat? Who down in the chat, man?
Jody Nora just came in to say hi.
Hey, now, here's the thing. As a man, right, I can tell you how we think sometimes, right?
Uh huh.
We can fall in love with two women easily and keep the two separated mentally. The problem is you can't keep them separate physically. That's the problem, okay?
Uh huh.
Because there's always broken communication, which allows one to physically show up against the other. And then all hell breaks loose. You see what I'm saying? But I do believe that a man can love more than one woman. In fact, um, men are we're capable of loving multiple women,
Uh huh.
and
I
keeping them all separate.
no,
That's the
I think
problem, right? The problem is keeping them all separate. The loving part is not a problem. All the other stuff is the problem, like location, right? Some dudes ain't smart about the location. They love 4 or 5 girls in the same spot. Can't do that. You're asking for trouble. So all the other things come in that messes that up. But the love part is easy. A man can easily love 2 women and have two
okay.
families. Uh-huh.
Jody says if a man has more than one woman, he will have a favorite. The favorite is the one he loves.
Right. Wifey, nobody is going to be over wifey. Wifey is the queen. Okay? Everybody else is just princesses or whatever. Right? Nobody is going to come before wifey. Again, that is the queen. Right?
Um,
So, but he can definitely love 2 women. Let's take it. Remember the movie Ray?
uh huh.
Remember how Ray felt when he found out that Margie died because of an overdose?
Uh huh.
And and he started crying and everything. And his wife saw that.
Hmm.
He loved. I wouldn't say he loved Margie as much as he loved the Queen Bee, but he did love Margie enough to where he was heartbroken when she died.
Okay.
Right? And he gave her a child, and he sent them money every month.
Hmm.
So if a man don't love you, he ain't gonna see no money every month. Okay? He loved that woman for real. It tore his heart out when she died. And he couldn't even conceal it. So that tells you right there that he loved that woman. And he took care of both families. See, when you are a musician or a singer, you got that bread coming in like that, it makes it easy to do the physical part. You know what I'm saying? Take care of the family because he got plenty of money. You know what I mean? But
Okay.
uh,
There's just one problem there.
mhm.
Okay. Okay, so he loved Marjorie. He sent her money every month, but he wasn't there. He wasn't there to be with her to prevent her or try to uh prevent her to get drugs. I keep thinking part of the reason why he cried is because he feel guilty. Because did she do drugs because of him, or was she already on drugs before him?
Well, you see, I mean, um, that I can't go with because when they were remember when they were in a hotel where he wrote the song "Hit the Road Jack." Dang, can y'all hear me down in the chat? Type of one
Yeah,
y'all
you
hear.
could be heard, Max. Hold on. I'm dealing with something. I'll be right back.
Okay, you go ahead. I'll just prep them. Like, okay, y'all. So there was a scene where they were in a hotel, and he purposely got her mad and wrote the song "Hit the Road Jack." But pay attention to the part where he was doing drugs in the bathroom, and she wanted some, and he grabbed him. He told her, he said, "If I catch you doing drugs, you through, and you can believe that more than you believe in Jesus." So it was clear that he didn't want her to do drugs. Okay, and I think that she did it anyway. You know, because she wanted to. She thought that. See, sometimes women misinterpret a man's feelings too. Okay, sometimes y'all think that we care so much about this one thing, right? And you may interpret that as, okay, he loves that, so let me be that. You see what I'm saying? So she thought that that was because she loved him too, and she thought that that was something very intimate that she wanted to be a part of between him and the heroine. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I commend her for loving her man and wanted to have the most intimate times with him. Okay, I get that, but he didn't want her to do that because he knew it wasn't any good for her. See, and that's what we're supposed to do as men. Okay, because if you understand women, women are very very loving. Okay, and so and they got so much love to give. Okay, so as a man, when you know this woman loves you, you love her. Okay, you got to make sure. Hold on for a second. Yeah. Sorry
Okay.
about that, folks. I'm back. I will interrupt you. Okay, so
Oh,
you finish,
okay.
then.
Okay.
So when a man, okay, when a man sees that you love him like that, it's up to him to guide you in the right direction. Okay, okay, he loves her just as much as she loves him, so he didn't want her doing drugs. You understand what I'm saying? He didn't want her doing drugs. Yeah, Dan. All right, okay, Dan is doing something. But anyway, he didn't want her doing drugs. You see, when she went anyway, and did drugs. He never stopped loving her. Okay, and it is dangerous doing drugs because I hate to say it, if you're not used to doing it, you can kill yourself. And I don't think she was used to doing it that much because, as far as I'm just, no, I don't think he'd let her do drugs around him. So he probably didn't know. You understand? So, and the whole thing with them two, right, was that the more you stay with one woman, okay, the more you're gonna love that woman because you start to build up a physical and a emotional history and connection with that woman. Okay, so she goes from girlfriend to the second wife. Okay, she even told him. She said, "Well, when you on the road, I'm Mrs. Ray Charles," and he didn't deny that. Okay, but here's the problem: he kept sleeping in her bed, right? Taking her on that emotional trip. He's connected with him further. He's connected with her. Now she done stepped to him like, "Look, I want you to." Now she having a baby, his baby. So now she wants something. Look, I want you to be your wife. Now I'm not saying that when a man loves two women, women, that they're always successful. Most of the time they're not. Okay, it's actually rare sometimes when everything goes right. You know what I'm saying? But most of the time it fails because the guy is always doing something stupid. Okay, and it catches up with him. Go ahead, Dan.
Okay. I'm trying to play catch up. Uh, Family situation. They talking about Ray. Um, a cheater loves himself only. Ray got her on drugs. Max, you sound a little muffled, but we hear him. Okay. So Ray loved Mag because he showed her guidance as to
Ask
not
them to hear
doing
me in the
drugs.
chat.
Hmm?
Am I coming in? Let's hear for y'all in the chat. Hit a one. Go ahead, Dan. I'm listening.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, so Ray loved Max because he showed her guidance as to not doing drugs. And Jody goes, no, they did drugs together, Max. Um,
I don't know, but I don't know. Not Margie. The only time I seen her in a drug scene was when they were in that one scene in the hotel where he wrote hit the road tag. I don't think he it was like she started him up, but I don't think she did. I don't think she did anything herself because he didn't want her to do it.
okay. Jody says you put a one, but she says you muffled.
Wow,
Mm-hmm.
this Wi-Fi man, Wi-Fi acting up. That any better?
You're still muffled.
Or am I muffled to the point where you can't make out what I'm saying?
No, we can make out what you're saying.
All right, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm having some technical difficulties with the Wi-Fi, y'all. So the muffling may come and go.
Uh huh. Yeah.
It's a storm
Jody.
out here, so the Wi-Fi is bugging out. Uh huh.
Yeah. Jody says she can hear you.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So again, I'll try to speak up a little bit more so to try to compensate for the muffling. There's nothing I can do. We got bad weather out here, and the satellite and all that is messed up. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Remy says you very muffled to the point like you sound like a different person.
Okay.
Okay. Let me see. Oh, okay. Jody said not in the beginning. He told her no, about the
Right.
drugs. Eventually, they drank and get high together. Then she got pregnant.
I can't see Ray letting her do drugs if she's pregnant. Oh, that's right. She didn't. He did. Wait a minute. Yeah, I can't see him letting her do drugs while he's carrying the baby.
Well, no, this was before she had the baby. They got drunk together, then they got high, and then she got pregnant.
When did they get high?
I guess when they were doing the scene where you said the only time you
In the
saw.
bathroom.
Hmm.
I don't recall her taking any drugs in the bathroom. And I've seen that movie like 12 times.
I'm
I didn't see
assuming,
that.
yeah. But if he was on drugs, then usually, um, unless there's a strong resolve, um, she's gonna get high with him. He's either
Yeah,
gonna
but
encourage her, or
right. This is why this is what I'm saying.
mhm.
When a man understands that a woman loves him like that, so she's willing to risk death with him. It's up to him to take care of her and guard her, and don't allow her to do these bad things. You know,
Which,
don't copy your bad habits.
mhm. So
You know,
I don't think he loved Marjorie as much as he lust for Marjorie. You know,
I don't,
and he I think that part of those tears is guilt.
I don't,
That she
yeah,
died.
I don't know about the lust. You see, I think that's a misnomer that you guys have. Y'all think that we lust after everything. We don't. I can't say nothing for the passport bros. Those are deviant. But strong men who can handle relationships, we're not out there lusting after everything. You know,
Okay,
we
then
have
why?
hold on. We have
Mhm.
legitimate conversations with women. Okay, we talk to women and we court women. Okay, those who aren't deviant, right? Don't lust after everything coming down the pipe. We don't have our tongues hanging out, dragging. We ain't thirsty like that. Remember I told you what kind of guys the passport brothers was?
Yes.
They dogs.
Mhm.
All they want to do is hump.
Uh huh.
They're the ones who are lusting after everything.
Mhm.
Real upright walking men who are established and have means do not lust at everything that comes down the street.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna accept they don't lust after everything that's female that walks by them, but when they seeking another woman that is not their wife, and they already got a wife, then no, I don't think he loves her or the other woman.
Well,
The wife or the other woman, because um you wouldn't be seeking this other woman. You would
I,
you would be satisfied with your wife.
yeah, you know, you're right about that too. But some men end up in another relationship. Now, if he was just lusting after Margie, they wouldn't have been in a relationship.
Okay, the thing is, because he was lusting after her and he was having sex with her, is why he has a relationship. If he would leave the other woman alone and stick with his wife, there would not be no relationship. The relationship developed because he got involved with the woman, physically,
I,
emotionally, spiritually, whatever you want to call it.
I
You
don't even
know
know why musicians or singers who tour like that, I don't even know why they marry.
exactly.
Because it's too hard to stay faithful when you're out there on your own and you're working time in and time out. after a while, you're going to want to feel the soft body of a woman. Okay, it's going to happen. I'm not even sure why singers and them, even get married. Wait till you're done with all of that, then get married.
Mm-hmm.
If
Jody,
you married to, huh?
I'm sorry. Go ahead. What you're saying. I'll tell
If
you
you
after.
married to a musician or a singer that tours a lot, he's gonna have another one. You can set your clock. You can set your watch by it. And it's not that he's a cheater, right? He's lonely. He wants the warmth of a woman. What real man don't? And that want, right? At the end of the day, is going to win out.
Oh, wait. All right.
Right.
Jody says, so waiting. Lustin has an expiration date.
Yeah. Well, well. We're not. Y'all think we lust after everything? No, we don't. We're not all dogs. Them dogs out there, them humpers, they lust after everything. They thirsty as hell. That's why they're going overseas looking for underage sex and prostitutes because they're dogs. They just want to hump. They lust after everything. Okay. Um, Men, upright walking men, right, prefer courting the woman because we're not just looking for a fly by night thing. He's on the road all the time, right? So he need a woman that can travel with him, right, and be his girlfriend. And he lost out because Margie was a singer, a background singer. So boom, she went everywhere he went.
Hmm. Okay.
Mhm.
Thunder has popped in. He said an interesting thing, Max. He said, if you ask me, my honest answer is no. He can have feelings for both for different reasons, but I don't believe he can love both equally.
Yeah, well, no, it's not going to be an equal. Well, it's not. You see, that's where we get in trouble at, right? Because there has to be one higher than the other. Okay, the wifey always should take front seat, right? Because even though you're having two relationships, you love two women, you're only married to one. So the other one has to understand that. He has to be upfront with her. He said, "Look, this is me and you on the road, but I'm not leaving my woman, my wife. So don't ask, right?" Eventually, that fell apart too because he was with her a little bit too much. You know, a little bit too much. He got to the point to where she wanted him to leave his wife. Now he got a problem. He called this out. He didn't even know how she got the number.
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
So, I do think that men, we are capable of loving more than one woman, but not very good at balancing the two. Something always goes wrong. Always. It's
Most of the
very
time.
rare. It's very rare that those relationships like that are successful. 90% of the time they fall out because he forgot to do something or he did something in the wrong area or he did. I mean, something's gonna get messed up. But he had real feelings. He goes, "What are feelings? If love isn't feelings, then what is love? Right? Is it love a feeling? It's a strong feeling, right? So If he had strong feelings for her, then he loved her. He wouldn't have been crying otherwise. And I do think some of that is guilt too, because you know he was doing drugs and she wanted to get involved in that. Um, but here's the thing, though, right? We don't know after that thing in the bathroom. We don't know what happened after that. We can't say that they were doing drugs together and getting high together. We saw no evidence of that.
I think we might have missed the subtle hints that they were doing it. Um, but um, but do know she died of a drug overdose.
Right.
And okay, because he already had a wife, he couldn't prioritize the side chick.
But
He couldn't
hold on. I want to
prioritize
say this
the wife.
though.
Actually, he couldn't
But,
prioritize either woman.
wait
He
a
was.
minute. But wait a minute. Hold on.
Mhm.
People who overdose, 99% of the time, they overdose because they don't have enough experience shooting up.
They don't have enough experience.
Shooting up. I know that sounds crazy, but that's the truth.
I think people overdose because they in some type of pain and they trying to self medicate.
Well, yeah. That happens for some people, but not all of them. All of them don't overdose specifically for that reason.
Emotional
Some just
pain.
don't know. Some just don't know what they're doing, and they end up giving themselves a hot shot. They got too much dope in the syringe. They're pushing too much dope in the vein at one time because they really don't know what they're doing, and then boom, they're dead. I think that's what happened to her. I think she
Well,
had too much dope in that needle. She pushed it too much into her veins, and it killed her.
well, just the okay. That's the thing with drug addiction. That's going to eventually happen unless they get off of it. You know.
Well, I mean, um, I, it don't always end in an overdose, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
That one I can't really, I don't think it always ends in an overdose. Uh,
Okay. Well, let's not get too much into the overdose. The
right.
thing
Okay.
is,
So
can he? Can a man love two women?
I say yes. I say yes. So I have some brothers in the chat back me up.
Okay, Rodney says a man's love and a woman love is two different things.
Who said that?
Rodney.
That's true. That's absolutely true. Men don't love the way women do. That's absolutely true. We love differently from each other. But we eventually, right, end up in the same place. We just have different ways we get there.
Mm, okay, Thunder said if you need something extra, ask your wife. I'm sure she'll accommodate and ask her if there's anything else you need and work it out.
No, I don't think it's that it's not okay, Thunder. It's not a problem in the relationship. There wasn't like beefing or anything.
Okay,
Well, huh?
I think what you don't understand is that okay, the wife found out. She found out about it all. She just chose not to divorce her husband over it. I met wives that
And,
do that, and as long as
and
he ain't going crazy, they just accepted that it's not worth breaking up their marriage over it. And as far as she knew, we know it's just that one woman, or maybe there's
I
another.
and you know what? It's sad because he should have waited, man. Because once you hit that road and you're a famous musician, the women ain't gonna stop coming. They not. So I don't even know what he's about to get married for.
Okay. Um, I think it's because it was before he took off, and he fell in love with her because he had other women on the road, but he chose to marry his wife. You
Yeah,
know,
I
and
understand that,
her
but I understand that, but he found that one woman. Okay, remember when he had Marianne there too?
when he
Remember
what
Marianne, the one he made the song about?
hit the road, Jack.
Huh?
You talking about
No,
the one
no, no. I said, "Oh, Marianne." Remember that one?
Georgia?
That was with the girl was dancing. Marianne, the other girl. Okay. It was her, and then it was they almost got into a fight in that nightclub, right? While Ray was rehearsing. Remember she said singing not hall calling? You
Okay,
remember that?
okay. I
He
think I'm
was
a little
also
puzzled.
there. Okay. He
Mhm.
was also a part of the group. He was there too, right?
Mhm.
And her and Margie was competing. Margie won and Marianne split. And Ray
Okay.
didn't say nothing. He didn't say nothing. I mean, you could tell he liked Margie more because Margie was in the car with him and everything. He had already made his mind of who he wanted to be with on the road.
Mhm.
That's why Marianne split. She was the odd woman out.
Okay.
So,
Um.
so, 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 okay.
So he already had his
They
side
was together
chick
for how many?
picked.
Who?
So he already had his side chick picked.
Well, yeah, you see, okay, I'm wondering if Steve, right, thought about it and accepted it. You know what I'm saying? Like Kobe Bryant's wife, right? They're multi-millionaires, and you know he has some side piece. Nobody's saying it's right, right? But he looked at it
Okay.
like, okay,
Just because she accepted don't mean that she accepted it as a sense that she's a okay. No woman wants her man with another woman,
got it.
but he's with another woman. She has to make a decision whether she's going to leave him or accept it, or
Oh,
she confronts him and 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 um and says she got to go.
throw
It,
the link in the chat, okay?
mhm.
If anybody want to come up and join the debate, okay?
Okay, I'm gonna put the
Uh,
link
yeah,
down.
yeah. Okay, so if anybody want to come up and join the debate, you're welcome to it. But and make sure they're not porn bombing that, okay? Because I can't see that right now.
Okay,
All
all
right.
right. Thunder asks, "Are we talking about swinging or having multiple wives?"
No, we're talking about loving. Okay, we're not doing the polygamy thing. That's a whole different can of worms. This is just a man loving another woman intimately that is not his wife. He loved his wife and he loved this woman too. So B is his wife, period. And like Margie said, on the road, he is Mr. Ray Charles. He said, and he acknowledged that by saying that's the road. So he was absolutely cool with her thinking she was Mrs. Ray Charles on the road.
Uh huh.
The problem is that thought pattern didn't stay on the road because he was in her bed a little bit too much. And so it got, you see, here's the thing. When you were a woman like that and she know that you got a wife, and the more you were in the bed making love with her, that love is going to start to convince her that she has a chance of having you leave your wife.
Mm-hmm.
because you're doing her too much. So now she gonna think you love her more than you love your wife. Like what did she tell him in the hotel, right? When he said he ain't gonna leave his family. And she told him, she said, you're a damn fool. But she said between the dope and their relationship, she already left his family.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So that just wasn't a lustful relationship. There was some real, stuff behind that relationship between him and Margie. But he messed up. He's in the bed too much. You can't do that. You can't lay in a
Um,
woman's bed that many times and don't think that her thinking is going to stay the same. That's what I mean. These relationships, right? Even though a man can love both women, those relationships have a 90% failure rate. Simply because the dude effed it up.
okay, that's because he hasn't established anything. He just jumped into it.
Very,
One,
very few men can balance two women.
well,
Very
first of all, you
few.
got to be honest with them.
Well, when she found out that Margie died, right?
Hmm.
She knew Margie had a son. What did
Yeah,
she say?
because she found
Wait,
out. Okay, wives will
wait.
find
When she
out
said,
stuff. You cannot hide stuff from the wife.
okay,
She
check
like
this out.
she's
When
not
she
going
said,
to notice money is going to out somewhere and it's being mailed, and
I
she
get, well,
knows that that woman is no longer working with Ray. So why is he continually sending money? Okay,
she didn't know. She
she
didn't
probably
know.
discovered that there's that woman has a child.
Wait a minute.
So.
She
Mhm.
didn't know. She didn't know he was sending her money because when she heard the news that she died, right, and he went to go mourn, she asked him before he went to mourn, "What about her baby?" Right?
Mhm.
And he said, "Okay, I'll start sending them some money." He said, "You ain't got to. I send them money every month." So she didn't know he was sending her money.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm
Oh,
saying? But she did find out about that child.
okay. Well, well, yes, she will. They will find out. Each wife,
And listen,
depending on the wife's skills, on finding out stuff, she will find out things either
now,
that there's a baby or there's money going out.
now, check this out. This is what I have a problem with him, right? So, like I say, they always go wrong because the man ends up doing something stupid, right? He lied to his wife when his wife found out about Margie. He lied straight in her face.
Right.
He said, he said, "I ain't no fool, Ray. Just don't bring that into our home, right?" So she knew he was with another girl, right? You gonna turn around and lie to myself? Well, I'm only gonna love. He said, you'll be the only woman I ever loved, which was a lie
Hmm.
because he fell in love with Margie too. He loved her too. That's why these relationships don't let. They always end up messed up because it's the guy who always do something screwed up.
It don't mean I don't think it means that he loves her um
He
that
told his wife when she found out about Margie, right? He
hmm
told her, he said, you'll only be the one. No, he said, you'll only be the woman I ever loved.
hmm
He told her that,
hmm
which turned out to be a lie because she ended up falling in love with Margie too.
and and then the next one after Marjorie.
Well, no, but then check this out. This is also a problem too, right? He was in her bed on the road, right? They were always sleeping together, right? He wasn't sleeping with his real wife like that. He was sleeping with Margie majority of the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So her feelings grew because she know it too. He in her bed, he ain't home. So she thought she had a shot, and rightfully so. She thought she had a
Okay.
shot,
Okay.
but he loved both of them.
Hmm. All right. Jody says, the movie Ray, the first chick that went on the road with Ray, he didn't love her. He cared about Margie and the baby. He
Yeah,
loved
yeah,
the
that
wife,
was
but
Mary
took her
Ann.
for granted.
Right, that was Mary. I told you, Mary went. Mary, okay, when Mary Ann got there, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, okay, she immediately was beefing with Margie and them two girls, right? So it was on at that point. It was a competition between them for Ray's attention, and
Uh-huh.
Margie won,
Uh-huh.
and she won easily. And Mary left, and Ray didn't give a damn. He didn't even know what she was doing.
Okay.
He didn't give a damn. So that tells you right there he was fond of Margie from the get.
Okay,
Yeah.
Jody asks Max, how do you know he loved Margie?
Well, you can tell. I mean, they're always together. Um, a man ain't gonna spend that kind of time with a woman if he don't love her already. He ain't gonna spend over 70% of his time with her if he don't love her. When he was on the road, he was in that woman's bed every single night. Okay? He wasn't in his wife's bed. So that builds up, right? Love comes out of that. The more you with this woman, eventually you're gonna end up loving her. It never fails.
So now you see why women don't like side chicks. Because if he sleeps
Mhm.
with her enough, he's going to eventually love her.
Right. And they usually sleeping with her more than he's sleeping with his wife. And it wasn't even close. He was sleeping with Margie way more than he was sleeping with his wife.
But that's because he was on the road more than he was home.
Exactly. Exactly. She said you were in my bed every night. He couldn't deny it. So that's what made her think she had a shot. While she's making love to him in her bed, she's thinking, well, he ain't with his wife. So at
Okay.
some point, he probably think he don't care about his wife no more. He's making love to her in her bed.
Yeah,
Why
but
wouldn't
that's
she think
because,
that way?
yeah, yeah. But as I said, that's because he's on the road a lot. Now, he ain't there when when he's off the road and he's at home with his wife. That don't mean
Yeah,
he
but
ain't sleeping with her.
right, but
Sleeping
he
with
ain't really doing that with his wife. He ain't really doing that with his wife either because half the time his wife has an attitude because she knows he's sleeping with somebody else. So they ain't even getting in the bed. Okay? He comes back home, he has somewhat of an attitude because he's sleeping with another woman. So there's a source of tension in their house. Whereas that when he's on the road with Margie, there is no tension. They just, you know, they doing their thing. Yeah, but the men, we are capable of loving two women at the same time.
No,
Problem
no,
is
no, no. Think
balancing
about
everything.
it. Think about it. That is not
Mhm.
possible. Because
Why is it?
he's favoring Marjorie over the wife. He's spending more time with Marjorie than the wife.
Right,
You
but this
said
is what I'm
because
trying to.
you just said because I said okay when he's not on the road and he's at home, he's in bed with his wife, and you just said no, he's not
Right,
because the wife
because
has an attitude because he's in bed with
right,
Marjorie.
he has a righteous attitude because he knows he's sleeping with another woman. So no, she ain't gonna be happy and jumping for joy when he comes home.
Hmm.
Okay, what woman
Yeah,
would be?
but but that shows he's not even trying to make an effort to try to work things out with his wife so he can
Well,
get back in her bed and stuff
I
like
don't
that.
know,
So instead of facing the music with his wife, and get back in good terms with her, he's with Marjorie.
but he knew that though.
Huh?
He
Just
knew he was
because
another
she
woman.
knew that just because the wife knew about Marjorie did not mean she was happy about it. She just chose not to leave.
Yeah, yeah, I understand that. I
Wait a minute,
understand
wait
that,
a
but
minute. In the time period that Ray was going on, was divorce possible?
yeah,
It was.
I think so. Yeah,
Maybe not. Because wait a minute, let me see. When did
yeah,
he
but you
marry
talking
his
about
wife?
yeah, but dude was like a gazillionaire back in the '50s. He may have an issue with him feeling another woman, but she ain't leaving that money like that.
Mm, trying to
Or
see.
nah, she ain't not. Uh,
Okay, let's see. Okay,
he,
wait. Let me see. It says here that he was married to Elaine in 1951, divorced in 1952. Della, he
what?
married in 1955 and divorced in 1977.
Who was the other one?
Della, Beatrice Howard.
Was that the one that was the Cecil Shaw singer?
Huh?
Was that the single? Was he the Cecil Shaw singer? Because he married one of the Cecil Shaw singers.
Okay, that might have been the first one. The one he only married to, who stayed married to for a year, because if Marjorie died and she was there, that had to be the wife, the second wife, Della Patrice Howard.
Yeah, 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 definitely the second one.
Hmm.
Definitely,
Uh-huh.
it had to be. Yeah, yeah, it had to be her.
Yeah. So the first wife, he only stayed married to her for a year. Got divorced in 1950. Got married in 1951. Got divorced in 1952.
That was quick.
Uh huh. Let me see.
She probably found out about the road. She's like she wasn't trying to hear that. See, every woman ain't gonna now just because it's out there, just because a man is capable of loving two women, don't mean they're gonna agree with it. So apparently his first wife wasn't trying to hear none of that, so she stepped off. and he was with the other one for what? 55 to 75? That's 20 years, right? Yeah, 20, 25 years.
Okay. Okay, he had a 6 year long affair with Marjorie Hendricks, one of the original Raylettes.
Right?
Uh-huh. So Marjorie was his one of his Raylettes.
Okay, you're not gonna be a man ain't gonna be with no woman 6 years and don't love her. And if you get a guy to come here and say he don't, I'll tell him dead and say he a damn liar.
Uh-huh.
Ain't no man on earth that strong. You ain't gonna be with no woman laying down in her bed every night, making love to her for 6 years, and you ain't got no food. You don't love her. That's crazy. You love that woman.
Uh-huh.
You love that woman. So there it is. You love both of them. So yeah, yeah, men, we're definitely capable of loving two women, but it's really not advised. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not very good at balancing it. It's not the love, right? The love ain't the problem. It's the other stuff that's the problem. On why relationships like that don't last. I have something like a 90% failure rate because it's all of the stuff that comes with that the men don't know how to deal with, and that ultimately leads to sabotage in the relationship. But the love part is, that's not a problem. You can easily love two women. Hello?
Oh, I'm reading the chat. Jordan said, so man love his side chick 6 years max. I can't. And
Yeah. If you listen, there ain't a man alive that's gonna be in a woman's bed for 6 years and don't fall in love with her. That's not happening. That is not happening.
mm.
He is going to end up loving that woman.
So out of all his side women, Marjorie was the one he had the longest
Wait,
relationship with.
why you keep saying all his side with it?
Well, it turned out when I was looking into his
Uh-huh.
life, he had other side women.
That's probably why the first wife left, right?
No, no, wait, no, wait. Let me go back in there. Let me go back in there. Uh, let me see. Let me open it back up. Okay, okay.
Uh-huh.
Because I don't think he had a child with his with his first wife.
You remember Paul Williams from the Temptations?
Um, I believe so.
He killed himself because things got to him too. He was in
Uh,
love with two women too.
uh-huh.
And two women ain't no look, man. One woman is rough. Two, and that's a lot, man. God help you. I mean, that's a lot. Two women is a lot. That's why I think these dudes with these polygamous relationships, it's full of crap. It's phony. Ain't no dude gonna be in our house with no 3 and 4 wives. He done killed them all. He be dead.
Yeah. Well, Okay.
Huh?
Okay, so I was looking at the kids. Okay. So his first child was with a woman named Louise Florida. This was before he got married to his first wife.
Hmm.
Okay. Some of his children's with his second wife, and then he has one with Marjorie, and then his wife has another
Hmm.
child. So he does sleep with his wife. She had another child. Um, then he had a child with
I
someone
didn't
named
say they
May
didn't sleep with
Mosley Lyles. Then he had a child with
I
some
didn't
other
mean to.
woman named Sandra Jean Beats.
I didn't mean to imply that he wasn't sleeping with his wife. I was saying it wasn't as easy. You know what I'm saying? Because he know he's sleeping with another woman. So when he come home, yeah, she got an attitude. You got to get through that first.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like why she got an attitude? Dude, she got an attitude because she's sleeping with another woman. Hello.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm saying that no, he can, okay, okay, if he love can't be selfish, and his love was, if you want to call it love, is selfish.
I don't. Okay, break that
Hmm.
down. Yeah, break that down to me. I don't understand that one.
Okay, okay, okay. He supposedly love his wife, but he hurts her because it hurts her, and he cheats on her with Marjorie and who other side women, but Marjorie especially because supposedly he loves Marjorie too, but he's
Mm-hmm.
selfish with her because he's letting her think um that she's so important that she would become his wife.
Yeah,
Obviously,
but
that
you know
was
what?
important to her.
But you know what though? When he was with Margie, he
Hmm.
wasn't with no other woman but his wife.
No, he was with another woman besides his wife.
Well, okay, so that's 6 years with Margie, right? What woman was he with while he was with Margie?
Okay, okay, let's see. Um, okay, Marjorie had a son. Okay, says 6 years. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, so wait. Marjorie had a son for him in 1959.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he was. Then his wife had a child for him in 1960. Then this woman named May Mosley Lyles had a child for him in 1961.
Okay,
Uh,
was he still with
Another
Margie
woman,
though?
huh?
Was he still with Margie?
I That's the thing. They just say that he was with Marjorie for 6 years. Wait, let me see if I can find.
Yeah, we need to find out from when to when.
Okay.
But I don't believe he messed with any other woman. Because he was with Margie all the time.
No, there was some times when he wasn't with just her.
Yeah, but he wasn't looking to get with nobody. The only other woman I know about was Marianne, and she dead it because she lost the competition to Margie. And it wasn't even close. She lost badly in the competition.
Okay, I'm probably gonna have to go into his career.
Yeah, but anyway, right, right.
Mhm.
Okay, so let's get back to, okay, wifey and side chick. I mean, we can't, but call it a side chick, right? Can we call it, okay, if you fall in love with a woman, we still gotta call her a side chick? Or wifey number two, right?
Um, some dudes do, but a lot of them don't.
I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't know. Side
I,
chick just
I, I
sounds
don't.
so, huh?
I don't think he can call her wifey number two, because then that start putting in her mind that he's gonna leave his wife.
Well,
So
well, he
so
did that already. Well, she was thinking that already because he was in his bed. He was in her bed every night when he was on the road. So she was already thinking that. You can't be with a woman, intimately, intimately like that, damn near every night, and think she ain't gonna think something more. Because the more you were with her, the more she's gonna think you love her, and then it's gonna get to the point. At some point, she's gonna think that you love her more than you love your wife. And when she gets to that level, that's when she tell you, "I want you to leave your wife," because she believes he loves her more than he loves his wife. Like I said, loving two women ain't the problem. It's all the stuff that comes after it. That's the problem. That men can't seem to balance. Very few guys can do it.
uh-huh.
Okay? You got to be exceptional to balance that. You know, the average guy couldn't mess with that.
I just don't think he's willing to tell either women the truth, because he didn't want to lose them.
Well, that's because he loved both of them.
No, that's selfish.
Okay, but check this out. He did tell the truth. He told, but wait a minute. He told B, right, right, a bold-faced lie, and he told Margie the truth. He
Okay
had
then.
already, he had already found out that he was messing around.
Hmm.
That's why she told him, she's not stupid. She know what's going on. And she told him, don't ever bring that shit in our house again. No, she said my house. She said her house. And that's when he said, you're the only one I'm going to ever love, right? Which was a lie. Because he fell in love with Margie too.
It still
And been
says
with her,
self.
and been with her intimately so many times that he thought she was the real Mrs. Rachel.
Still not proving me wrong.
What do you mean?
He lied.
Well, yeah, he lied to B, not to Margie.
So he don't love B.
I didn't say he didn't love her. I just said he lied to her. You
Okay.
can love
That's
someone and still
because,
lie to them.
okay, he lied to B because he didn't want to lose it. He knew the moment he says, I love
No, no,
Marjorie
no, no, no.
too,
Hold on.
he was
He
going to
didn't lie to
lose
her.
his wife.
He didn't lie to her about the fooling around, right? Because she knew that, right? That's why she told him, don't bring that shit in the house no more, right? She knew that. He lied by telling her he was the only, he said, you're the only woman I'm ever going to love, right? That was a lie.
Okay, so that's still, Max. It's still, he lied to her, so he don't love her. He lied
Oh,
selfish.
no, no, no.
This is
He
selfish
loved her.
because he didn't want her to leave.
He loved her. But
The fact that she accepted that he cheated,
he probably felt
and
that at
she
the time.
compromised with saying that don't bring it to the house.
Well, he probably, right, at the time,
But if he had told her, I love Margie too, he knew she was gonna be gone.
I don't think he was loving her at that point, though. Because the relationship, when she talked to him about not bringing that stuff in the home, him and Margie's relationship was still kind of new.
Hmm.
They didn't get deep into each other until later on in the movie when Dude was with ABC and he was recording Georgia on My Mind. And Margie was a drunk too. He
Uh-huh.
didn't, I'm upset about that because he didn't do anything about that. I mean, she was walking around with a canteen, a personal canteen for crying out loud. You understand?
Okay. All right. Okay. Rodney is saying that if you have a wife and you find another woman and take on her responsibilities, she's a second wife.
Okay,
If you just there beating her back end, then she's a side chick.
right. And side chick is what Margie was not. Okay?
Okay.
Because if he was just a side chick, he would have been with other women too.
He was with other women.
Not when he was with her. The only woman that he was with when he was with her was his wife. Mary Ann got ran off. He stayed with Margie for 6 years and he was with no other woman but Margie, his wife. So I'm going to agree. She was his second wife. But he was in her bed a little bit too much. To the point where she started thinking she was the real Mrs. Rachel. He screwed that up.
Okay.
So, yeah, I think just because a man is capable of loving two women, I don't think it's a good idea, though. Okay? Not a good idea. To kind of, unless you can really handle, I'm going to tell you right now, I couldn't handle it. I'm not that sound to where I can balance two women and all the stuff that comes with it. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't even mess around like that. But there's some guys who can take on that challenge. There's few of them, but there is some out there. Like I said, the love part is easy. That's not hard. It's the other stuff is what the problem is. Hello?
Uh-huh.
That's what it is. Any men in the chat? What are they saying in the chat?
Okay, okay. Okay, let's see. A man does not take on okay, wait. That was
Mm.
what Rodney had said. Um they were going over music that talk about sneaking around. Um and okay, Rodney, why 6 years? Okay. Is the time factors determine the love? Why 6 years? Why not 5 or 7 years? Oh, anyway, I start pulling up her name. Um, let me see. Her relationship with Ray during the early 60s fell apart. Um, cause later she fell apart in the early 60s. That's all they said because when she had that baby for him, she's she tried to convince Ray to leave his wife, Della Patrice, and live with her and their son, but Ray refused. Margie and the Raelettes continued to perform on several Ray songs, but during the early 60s, Hendrix, that's her last name, Hendrix, relationship with Ray began to fall apart. And she later started to use alcohol and heroin, and her career began to suffer.
Oh, okay. So she made that decision on her own.
Yeah. Yeah,
So that's
that's
not
why
on him.
there's a 6 or 7 year period. Because after a while, wait a minute, I'm not his wife. That's not the and you add a child
Right,
in the
but
mix.
okay, but
That urge for wife is stronger.
okay, now it said that she started to use alcohol and heroin, right? So that tells you right there she wasn't experienced at shooting up. She probably gave herself a hot shot. Too much dope.
Well, the reason why she got on drugs and alcohol because she was trying to self medicate her pain
Well,
because
I'm
she
not
wasn't
denying
raised
that.
right.
Like, I ain't denying that. I'm saying she didn't have the. I know this sounds crazy, right? But she didn't have the experience with a needle, and she ended up giving herself a hot shot. She pumped too much dope at one time. That's a hot shot. That means you're dead. Okay? And I think that he blamed himself too. I do. Who said that part of that was guilt? Was that Jody or someone? Who said a part of that was guilt? Somebody said it.
That was me.
Okay, yeah, I agree with you. When she died, when he heard she died, I do believe he felt that he influenced her because he told his wife. He said he tried to set an example, and she said, "Yeah, Ray, I'm sure you set a fine example." So he probably felt guilty. He probably felt that he influenced her. That's one thing about that dope, right? You get to the point where you don't care who you doing it around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they get so hooked on that shit, they'll shoot up in the middle of a card game or a cookout. They don't care. After
Mm-hmm.
a point, they stop hiding.
Uh,
I saw one dude shooting up walking down the street.
yeah, but as I said, the reason why she started drinking and doing drugs is because she was hurting over her relationship with
Yeah,
Ray.
yeah, because that's tough, man. You know, a man is in her bed 6 years and sleeping more with her than he is with his own wife. That's tough.
Well, yeah.
That's
Okay.
why I tell dudes in my gym culture, right? A woman isn't somebody to be played with. Do not play with her emotions. You're either gonna love her and be able to take care of her, or you're not.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So, he felt bad. He probably felt that he was guilty. He probably felt that he influenced her. But it's not even a shadow of a doubt that he loved that woman. He absolutely did love that woman. He loved both of them.
Okay. So I am right. There was other women while he was with Margie.
Where at?
Yeah,
Where
because
did you see her at?
she had the child in '59. She started breaking it off in so like maybe 1 year before it broke up. He had a child with another woman.
Okay, but wait a minute. We don't know. But wait a minute. We don't know the span of 6 years. We don't know from what year to what year.
Hmm. Okay, I give you that.
I know
Um,
he met her when he was still at Atlantic.
mhm. Yeah, she was part of the
I don't know
relay.
exactly what year that was. And she stayed with him until right when he got signed to ABC.
Okay, so according to that, her drug addiction problem became too much in 1964.
Now was she with Ray at the time?
But yeah, she was still part of the Raylettes.
But 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 were they still in a relationship?
Um, she might have broke it off. Um,
Yeah,
Not.
probably because he gave it one, last hurrah. And he said no. He said, okay, so why should I be here? You ain't gonna leave your wife. So
Mm-hmm.
boom,
Mm-hmm.
that's all. Closed up shop.
Mm-hmm.
The bed ain't here no more. He took the bed with her.
No, no, no. The relays was still going on until
No, I'm talking about
1960.
him and her. That's what I try to tell guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you are with a woman for an extended period of time, emotionally and intimately, there's going to be a price to pay for that at some point.
Uh-huh.
If you ain't willing to pay that price, don't do it. Okay? It's like investing in something. You're not speaking with you for nothing. And y'all in a relationship too? Absolutely not. What are they saying in the chat?
Okay. Um, Rodney says, truth to be told, if he would not have lied to her and just sit her down, he probably could have had both women in the house at the same time. Just saying.
But you see, that's where I got a problem with. I think you're crazy if you're sleeping with two women and they're both in the same house and one is your wife. You are out of your mind. You are out of your mind. Something is gonna break at some point. They ain't gonna never be friends. Something gonna break at, I'm telling you.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
God forbid if the other woman has a baby in that house, you're pregnant in that house with your wife. All hell is going to break loose.
Yeah. He might have still been able to maintain both relations, but who says Hendrik would have accepted the
Yeah,
that?
yeah, because she was gone, bro. She was on that. He slept with her too many times. She was gone. She was on something. She thought she was Mrs. Ray Charles. Okay? You can't be passionate to a woman like that over and over again and think she ain't gonna, think her feelings ain't gonna grow. You out of your mind if you think she gonna stay the same.
Oh,
Okay?
oh,
And
uh,
so, huh?
oh,
But nah, but you see, he didn't, okay, let's deal with the lie, okay? All right. Margie knew he was married. He told Margie he wasn't gonna be with family.
mm-hmm.
Where's the lie?
I didn't say
Okay,
he lied
so
to
okay, but
Marjorie.
okay, but wait a
I
minute, wait a
said
minute,
he
wait a minute,
lied to his wife.
wait a minute, wait a minute. Rodney said that. Okay, so wait a minute. Now, when he was with his wife, if he was in the hospital when his son was born, right? He told him, "Don't bring that crap into their house that she's making for him and the baby again." He said, "She ain't stupid. She know what's going on." Now he stood up there talking about some. Well, I'm the only, but you're the only woman I'm ever going to love. I don't know if that was the drugs talking or if that was him talking,
That
right?
was him being selfish. He did
But
not
that
want to lose his wife.
okay, but hold on a second. He said you the okay. He said you're the only woman I will ever love, right? Which turned out to be a lie. Maybe he thought it was real when he said it, okay? But it
Mm-hmm.
turned out to be a lie, no less, because he did fall in love with Marty. You ain't gonna be with no woman 6 years you don't love her.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Uh,
So she wasn't just no side chick. He invested in her. Okay, he loved her and he loved his wife. But like I said, man, that's a hard thing. It's hard. These guys are up there talking about, yo, I want to be with more than one woman. Yeah, really? You end up with two of them and find out that you ain't built like that. It is not easy to be with two women, bro. It's not. Y'all been watching too many TV shows, too many player club movies, where some fool at the barbecue talking about a woman wants to be paid and needs to be paid. That's foolishness. Okay, that's make believe. It don't roll or get down like that in real life. Women are women are hard to deal with, especially two. Two. And if they're in the same house, eventually they'll run you out of here.
Hmm.
Like I said, don't let the side chick get pregnant. Not in that house.
Okay. Yeah,
Hmm.
but you're right. They can't both stay in the same house.
No.
No, that's not gonna work.
I tell
But
you
I
right
think
there, he ain't got no business. I tell you right there, he ain't even got no business trying to pursue two women. Because he's trying to commit suicide by having them both in the house.
yeah, but I
He's trying
think
to say, man, a woman ain't no joke, man. You know, y'all been watching too many fit movies.
uh-uh.
That pimp shit on TV, that's make believe, bro.
Hmm.
Woman is no joke, bro.
Hmm.
Yeah, man.
Okay. All right. So okay. I think Rodney's thinking um that if he sat down and talked to his wife, not that he have them in the same house, but he could have had both the women and stuff like that, and been okay. They would have been okay with it. But I think that's wishful thinking on his part because he's saying if he
It
sat down
sounds like, I don't know
to his
about,
wife the truth,
I, I don't know about wishful thinking. It sounds like a death wish to me.
yeah, I don't think that would have necessarily worked with Hendrix,
I know.
especially
And then,
if
you
she
know
had
what?
a child.
Right. And don't listen to these fools online talking about polygamy and they got 4 and 5 wives. That's BS. Okay? That's
You got
absolute BS.
they got 4 or 5 women tolerating each
Yeah,
other until the children come. Once the
it's just
children
BS.
come, it's gonna turn into a battle. Now
Okay?
you ain't gonna have no peace. You ain't gonna have no quiet.
Nope, you ain't gonna have no peace at all. You may barely even get some sleep. And you're gonna have to sleep with one eye open.
Yeah,
Okay?
yeah. Because somebody's gonna be unhappy in that bunch. Somebody is
Absolutely.
only
They
gonna
both gonna be unhappy.
tolerate.
Both of them gonna be unhappy. It ain't gonna just be somebody. Both of them don't want that situation.
Mm-mm. Yeah. And even if by some miracle you get them to say yes, that's yes for the time being. As I said, it's yes when it's just you and the women. Once children come involved, then the fight for your child comes involved. Hmm. And
And
that's when it's
then,
really gonna go to heck.
and sometimes the woman, the main woman, hates the kids of the other woman. I better read some of these stories about dudes who tried to do that, where the women killed each other's kids and all that shit. You have
Yeah.
no idea what you're dealing with.
And you have to check every year to make sure everybody's still okay. Are y'all still on the
Mhm.
same page? You know, don't get in
I
there.
don't
If
even
you
think.
manage by some miracle get 2 women to be okay with that idea and to live happily with each other. Don't you add that in the mix. Don't get bold and brave and try to add a third woman or a fourth woman.
Yeah, that's a suicide.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, men, we are capable of loving two women, but it doesn't mean that we should be involved with two women.
Hmm.
So it's not easy and it's hard to balance. And a woman's feelings shouldn't be juggled in that way.
Hmm.
You sit here, you trying to juggle two women and achieve balance. It's not going to work.
Hmm.
Yes, we are capable, but is it something we should do? No, absolutely not.
Yeah. So yeah, and you better keep checking every year to see if everybody's on the same page and everybody's okay with it. Somebody's unhappy. You know, or they're not feeling loved. You know.
Like I said, the love part is easy. It's the other stuff that comes with it. That's the problem.
Yeah. So if you're thinking about having being uh um uh polygamous or polyamory, you do better being honest with the first woman that said, okay, I'm going to tell you I believe in polygamy,
Man,
polyamory. There's I will have eventually fall in love with another woman and I want to bring her into our fold. Are you okay with that? Are you are you gonna be? Are you willing to be that? Be the first of probably about many, a first of two or three or four.
you know what? The black bear is some kind of fool because all these guys think of is pimping, being with as many women as possible, and that's it.
Hmm.
They don't think about nothing else.
Yeah,
And that's why we haven't done anything
and
because
they
they
keep
don't think about nothing but that. Uh-huh.
yeah, and they keep trying to say, well, y'all gonna have to accept it. Are y'all sharing men anyhow? Not by choice. You give
Yeah,
us a
well, them
choice.
fools,
No, we do not.
yeah, but
And
nobody
y'all
paying them
know
fools
that.
no mind.
And y'all
Yeah,
know
but
that. Mhm.
yeah,
Go
but ain't
ahead.
nobody paying them fools no mind. They even got anywhere. These guys that get on YouTube that talk all this nonsense about women. Listen to how they sound, like Linwood, right? You ever heard Linwood talk?
Uh huh.
Man, you ever heard
Yeah.
Linwood talk?
Yeah.
Does he sound like women will be beating down his door?
No, but no
Does it
guy
sound like
sounds like women to be beating down the door.
does he sound like he can be with more than one woman? Does he sound like he can be with one woman? You probably didn't hear me, y'all. Did you hear me?
No, I got a little distracted by thunder. Um, but
What is he saying?
he's not on topic. He's talking about stuff that's going around in the country.
What did he say?
He said, okay, first he had, has anyone paid attention to stuff that's gone on overseas? Then he later he goes, there's a lot of big countries moving for the dollar to the, I guess, the yen, yuan, from the dollar. Okay, moving from the
Why
dollar.
you YUAN?
Yeah, I'm assuming he's trying to spell yen.
Yeah, that's the Japanese currency.
Hmm.
that's what the Japanese do. They use yen. But the American dollar ain't worth shit anyway. It ain't backed by nothing. American dollar ain't worth shit.
Okay, so there's a lot of countries moving from the dollar to the yen.
Um, you sure about that? Because that's Japanese currency.
Um, Waiting to see if he says anything else.
Yeah, I don't see. I don't understand why they're moving. What are they hooking up with Japan or?
Oh, okay. He says no. It's correct. The yen is the money for from China.
No, it's not from China. That's wrong. I lived in Japan for over 4 years. The yen is their currency. I also was in China for over a year, right? Their money is called something else.
It's called. They got the Chinese yen, so it just referred to as Chinese yen instead
Somebody
of.
may be referring to that, but that's not what their money costs. Yeah, I forgot the name of their money, man. It's I forgot the name of it. They may be calling it Chinese yen, but it's not yen. I don't know who's calling it that. That's not their currency. I'm trying to remember what. It's been a
Oh,
while
wait,
since
wait,
I've been
wait,
over
wait.
there. Yeah.
There's something called
I forgot what they call their money.
the renminbi, the official currency of the People's Republic of China, and means people currency in Mandarin.
Well, what they're trying to do, right? They want the whole world on one currency. That's all a part of this new world order stuff. That's why they created the megaverse because the metaverse because they want people eventually to not come out of their house to play, other than maybe getting a little sunshine and that's it. They want everything done online. They want to create a virtual world online. You know, is they want people locked in their homes, hooked up, something like the Matrix.
Hmm.
Not quite like the Matrix, but something like that.
Okay. Oh, he's correcting my pronunciation. Is you own, and he says the petrodollar is being replaced.
For what? What's it called?
He said the petrodollar is being replaced.
Okay, you brought down.
He said the petrodollar is being
For
replaced.
what?
Oh, you own. What I was calling Chinese yen, he says actually pronounced
What did you
you.
say?
What? Okay, hold on. What is going on here? All right. Thunder says what I'm calling the um Chinese yen is actually pronounced you own. And he says the petrodollar is being replaced.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that because they're trying to move to a world currency. They don't want countries that have different currencies anymore. They want everybody to use one currency, which will make things a lot easier. You know,
Mhm.
it'll make everything faster. It'll make trade faster. imports faster, it speeds up everything.
Oh. He said oil is
But
sold in
eventually they want
dollars.
everybody to have one currency.
Okay. He's saying oil is sold in dollars and they're trying to change it to another currency.
What's that?
Huh?
What's that? You bored down.
He said oil is sold in dollars and they're trying to change it to another currency.
Well, soon oil ain't gonna be worth nothing either. Oil or gas. Okay, more and more cars are being put on the street that run off of pure electricity, and they already did the first upgrade to the car. So now they got a newer, model out too. So gas
Yeah.
and oil are going to be a thing of the past. They ain't been doing it to trucks. They've
Uh-huh.
been doing it. They doing it to trucks.
And where
They
they get
got
their
one truck right
electricity?
now. They got one truck right now. I think it belongs to PSE&G that can actually drive itself, but it still needs a co-pilot. You know what I'm saying? It can't get off ramp by itself, but it can get on the straightway and it could ride. It can drive itself on the interstate.
Oh. Hmm.
You know, it
Okay.
slows down when sharp curves are coming, so it can traverse the curve. It picks up speed. Yeah. So when they come out with the next version, pretty soon the truck's going to be driving themselves, and the cars are going to be driving themselves. So you're going to be able to get in your car and and go to work for keeping your car,
Okay.
and it wakes
They,
you up when you get there.
okay. They're not at
That's
that point
coming.
yet.
That's coming.
But we still got to think about where we're getting our electricity from. Our electricity is still oil and gas based. A bulk of our electricity is like um
Well, what they doing right now, right? Yeah, what they're doing is they're building these battery hubs. Some are next to gas stations. Some are next to bus stops. Some
okay,
are, but you sit there and you plug your car, you plug your car in.
okay,
So you come up to it. I think you got to back up to it, and then you take it. Huh?
okay, but
What's that?
they still require electricity for
What
them
did you say?
battery hubs. So oil and gas ain't gonna completely leave. Not to mention those cars are still too expensive. Until they make it where it's easier
Oh,
to
not
buy.
yet, not yet, not yet, but not no, not yet. But it's starting to slowly lose its effectiveness. It's getting ready to be outdated in a couple of years. They ain't gonna be using gas and oil no more.
Hmm.
Okay? And these electric engines are cleaner
Uh-huh.
and
Okay.
they're easier to fix because the engine is made out of nothing but connect modules where they can just pull something out and plug something else in.
Okay.
The issue is now the issue people have with the electric cars is the time it takes to charge it up. You know what I'm saying? You can't be on a low cell trying to get to work and then you got to charge up your car. So far, I don't know how. I got to look up how long it takes for one battery to charge. And I think they have portable chargers that you can buy, and so you can charge it up. The charger sits in your trunk, and so is the plug. The plug is there too. So you plug it up, close the hood, and then go in the house again in the morning. The car be fully charged.
Okay.
Then you still
All
there?
right, but that's not happening anytime soon
Oh,
because our electrical grid is still coal, oil, and gas.
you know, but let's not go too far off topic, okay?
Hmm.
Anything else on the topic?
Okay. I don't think that um, um, men could love two women.
Hey, James,
Some woman's gonna get neglected.
James,
Not gonna, huh?
hey, James. That
Okay.
that Grey Goose I told you I drunk earlier, took it in.
Mhm. Okay. Well then, let's go ahead and close it out because Thunder's coming with more questions. Like, do you think it would, if we go to war with China, they would ship all the supplies we need here in the U.S.
Ain't
Everything we
nobody
have.
going to war with. Ain't nobody going to war, bro. Ah man, ain't nobody going to war. A war wouldn't benefit nobody right now.
Hmm.
Everybody will lose if we went to war. Okay,
Hmm.
everybody will lose.
Uh-huh. Okay. So yeah. So
Okay,
let's go ahead
James.
and wrap it up for tonight.
You know that.
Hmm. We'll see y'all all for ladies' night. All right.
We'll probably do a part two to this. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay.
We'll
Yeah.
probably
Cause
do a part two because I'm pretty sure some of y'all got some more questions y'all want to get into. We'll probably do a part two sometime this week.
all right. You're right, Jody. It's gonna be a financial war. Yes. Physical war. No. All right. All right, y'all. So peace, power, and unity. And we're gonna head out.